Hello and welcome back. This is kind of a weird angle, but my phone keeps overheating in our typical angle, so I'm gonna hang out down there for a minute. But what's up? My name is Bridger Frederick. This is my channel, and I haven't been here for a while. I had a little hiatus, unplanned hiatus, but I haven't posted a video in a little while, and that's for no particular reason. Other than the one excuse I do have is I did film a video. This is day 109 or video 109 at this point. It's not really just lining up with the days so much anymore. But the 109th day of successfully actually filming one of these videos. And I filmed another one for day 109 and I exported it like 35 times from Final Cut Pro and it failed every time. I did everything in my limited scope of power to try to get this video to just export successfully and failed completely. So I've just taken it as a sign from the universe that that video is just meant to die. And so, yeah, it rests in its digital grave now, and I'm making this, the new Day 109 video. And it's been an eventful week or so. Some tough, some tough things have happened, and it's so easy to compartmentalize and say that everything happens to you, or no, sorry, everything happens for you rather, not to you. When bad things are happening to you, to me, like it's easy for me to, figure out why I deserve something. Jesus Christ, here we go, why I deserve something bad to happen to me and how it's actually, a positive thing somehow or another. But my 10-year-old niece got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and it's just a lot harder to see it when, something's happening to a child. It's just completely different, and it almost feels like that theory that everything's happening, for you, not to you, kind of falls apart. It just doesn't seem fair when children get diagnosed with, chronic or long-term or terminal or whatever illnesses, or have horrific injuries or bad things happen to them. But I've found, if you've been following along to this channel and been a part of this journey, I've really come to 100% believe and realize and kind of know inside myself that I believe all of us are external beings living in basically another dimension or realm or world, and we're tethered to the essence of us somewhere inside this meat suit, and we're just here on Earth to basically learn whatever spiritual lessons that we set out to learn, whatever. And I think that, or what I've realized is that this theory or this belief that I've, really come to, fully incorporate into my, my perspective actually makes the most sense out of anything when you think about, something unfair like this happening to a child. Is that, we're going to live many lifetimes and reincarnate over and over again. And some of them are going to be different levels of challenging, and that we're all one being and cooperating together essentially. So when, something bad is happening to one of us, it's actually happening to all of us, especially the ones that are immediately connected to that individual. And maybe that thing happens not just for their own spiritual growth, but maybe they're just strong enough to endure that suffering to spur on the people around them's spiritual growth or personal growth. And that theory kind of holds up. It kind of feels, not only does it just feel good, but it feels logical. It feels like it makes sense. Where, other theory like the, karma doesn't really make sense in that scenario. She's a beautiful 10-year-old little angel that deserves. Sorry, it was getting hot up there. I'm just gonna let you hang out down there for a second in my passenger seat. But karma doesn't make sense. You're a beautiful 10-year-old perfect little girl that, it's impossible for children to accumulate any bad karma. I don't think karma starts building up until you're old enough to understand things and understand long-term implications. I just, and I'm no karma expert. I'm not, a guru here, and have done zero research on what the actual fucking gurus think. But my interpretation is that it wouldn't make any sense for things to be karmically building at a young age where you just don't understand the consequences of things whatsoever. It's impossible for you to extrapolate the consequences. So that theory kind of falls apart when you think about why something like this would happen to someone like this. And the theory that we're spiritual beings that choose our challenges and choose maybe we don't choose the exact challenges, but perhaps we choose the level of difficulty we're willing to endure for the sake of ourselves and others, and the oneness in totality. And this is just me spitballing. I don't really know what the fuck's going on. I'm an idiot. I don't I don't want to claim any level of actual knowingness. There's things that I feel as though I know inside myself, but that does not mean that I'm saying I know this to be true for everyone in all circumstances. It's just something that I've currently internalized as the most likely to be true scenario. If that makes any sense. I know I'm kind of complicating the language there, but I think it's really important because I've been getting into all this spirituality stuff and researching it, and holy shit, you get a lot of just like, bleh! Oh, fuck, dude. No wonder people have like a huge, like, I don't know, is it adversity? No, just like disgust or, trepidation to dip in their, toes into a spiritual water. And, I was the same way. I just had this aversion, that's the word I was looking for, to hearing out spirituality stuff. And I totally see why now, is because there's just so much garbage online of people knowing shit. It's awful. It's just, you don't want to be, told that another person knows exactly how spirituality and the spirit world and everything works, even if they're basing it off of 5,000 years of other people's research and evidence and religion and everything, and they know a lot. You just can't know for sure, and that's where it gets really hard to listen to anyone. So I just want to throw that out there. I am just opening up dialogue, food for thought, things to wonder about, and things that have made me be more capable of being productive in a direction that feels really good and really fucking in line with what I want. Not being trapped by negative emotions or confused by things that are happening, or thinking that the world's unfair, or all of these thoughts just gum up the works and make it hard to accomplish the things we want to accomplish and do the things we want to do daily, and to like connect with creativity, because that's my thing. That's what I'm trying to do as much as possible. I want to just be in a state of being where I don't have any thoughts going, where all the thoughts I'm having are just instantaneous, like they're almost arising from somewhere else. And I don't think it's necessarily, I don't even fucking know, but not necessarily from somewhere else, but from your like actual true self, where you're just not in this fog of potentialities. Is that the right thing? Thinking of all the things that other people could potentially be thinking about you, or that they might think about you, or that about a potentiality of not being able to pay a bill in the future, of not being able to whatever. For me, heal, walk again. Am I always going to be in pain? Is this pain forever, constantly, all the time? And the truth is, that I don't know. So why get caught up in all of the potentials? It just muddies the water. And one thing that I found really fun, and I totally understand why we revere great music so much, is because I think it's the ultimate example of that. I think I, none of us, anyone who makes music or considers themselves a musician, I don't think anyone truly fully understands where the best of it comes from. And the only way you can kind of access the best of it is by shutting off your mind. The only way you can create something, uh, spontaneously, that's not, that isn't affected by previous opinions or other things that are going on in the world or other things you've heard, is by just silencing everything else and just connecting. And that feels really, really, really good. And I feel the best, and I feel the most creative, and I feel like the next moment where I'm faced with a decision, I always make the right decision, whatever it might be, when I'm in that state. And that, extrapolates out into all the decisions I make, whether it's to exercise or to meditate or to call a friend or whatever it is, that, because I've been paralyzed by decision my whole adult life. I've just been, felt like there's a million things I should be doing at any given moment, and I could never choose. Oh, we're overheating. Could never choose the right thing easily, and I would always choose out of a place of shame or guilt. So, anyways, I'm back again. Like I said, I would keep saying, I'm back for good this time, hopefully. We think. Maybe not, but I will at least be posting this video. I will fucking upload this thing or export it from Final Cut Pro 117 million times if I have to. I don't know what the heck was going on with that last video, but it was just corrupted somehow. So we're going to be very procedural when we transfer this video. You know what? I might have airdropped that video to my laptop. Not that that should make a difference, but I might have airdropped that video to the laptop, as opposed, whereas normally I do like an eye capture or whatever it is thing. It's erroneous. It's completely irrelevant to the context of this video or any context at all. But please say some prayers and send some love to my gorgeous niece, because she's going to be, she and my family as a whole will be facing a whole new challenge of understanding and learning how to manage and hopefully heal from type 1 diabetes, or heal as much as is humanly possible. But in other, one last thing, even though I just said I was going to go, and this always happens, one last thing is the reason I think, that her spirit or soul or her essence or whatever, shut the fuck up. What are you beeping about? Low tire. I think I have a bad tire sensor because I don't have a low tire. The thing her spirit might be willing to endure, this health challenge, came right at the time where everyone in my family, my parents and my brother especially, they were all like emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually ready to take this leap into being healthier and better, and diet, exercise, toxins, everything. They all of a sudden, they were all ready to take this leap, but like kind of trepidatiously just not fully committing. And then suddenly this happens, and all at once, all of them are like, no, this is what we have to do. We can't allow these things to, happen to people in our family. It's an autoimmune condition. Who knows what spurred it on, but obviously some genetic component, an epigenetic component, likely, that was activated by, toxins and everything in the diet, or just, irritants to the immune system, whether it's gluten, dairy, all the gnarly oils, just all the toxins in the food, the dyes, all that stuff. Probably an amalgamation of everything, to be honest. And then also the energetic side of things, where there's some turbulent things going on in her life, and the pancreas sits right at that, third chakra or energy center or nerve plexus, and is, really, I believe, and was coming to believe, negatively impacted and made more vulnerable by fear, anger, and, certain emotions that, based on circumstances, could be, extra prevalent in her life at this time. So, like I said, it's a combination of things, but maybe she chose this challenge, or was willing to face a challenge this hard in order to allow the, all the people around her to thrive, and then in turn for her to thrive way more than she ever would have before, because she completely transformed the perspective and lives of all the adults around her whose actions dictate what will happen largely in her life. And so it's just, a positive domino in the right direction. But that's it. Love you guys. Peace out.